There we go. Now it says Adventures After Dark with Big Ed Mustafa. That'd be me. Okay, we got the title straightened out. Fantastic. Edith Eldora checking in. Hello, Edith Eldora. How is your Friday going so far? Hi, Hard Hit. How are you? Pretty good. Worked from home today. Worked from home. Good. Hopefully that was as stressful as it sounds. Tonight's snack, sharp cheddar Cheez-It grooves. Delicious. And it should shock nobody to learn my beverage of choice. Crisp, delicious, refreshing Coke Zero. Hopefully you have a cool, refreshing beverage of your choice handy and are settling in to hang out and enjoy some adventures after dark with your old pal. I don't think it would shock Edith or Hard Hit to learn. Summer Festival is my favorite festival. And I have been playing more Lotro this week than I have in a long time. And not because I don't dearly love the game, but it's just really good to do festival stuff and earn those Anphyla Starlit crystals. I am close to getting my legendaries, my imbued legendaries maxed out again. We'll have to excuse the lag here at the party tree. It is busy. I apparently am not the only person who loves Summer Festival. Seems like the server populations have been very good. And there's always a lot going on and lots of players enjoying the festival.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Stay and have some tea.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Stay and have some tea. Good day. Might I have a word with you? Stay and have some tea.
Oh, I'm going to want the water jug. Hard Hit, how's your Friday going so far? That hobbit sounded just like Mrs. Mustafa.
Could I take a moment of your time? Good day. Might I have a word with you?
I just did the festival on Honor and I had to do 9 or 10 quests to get credit for 7. Interesting. Not sure what that sound was. I think there might be a predator nearby. One that I didn't count was the dancing. I wonder if that's because it's available for all festivals. Yeah, some of the stuff, I don't think the horse races or the keg races count or Taste of Hobbiton. The important thing is that you get all of your fishing done. Galandriel earned the rare fish title 2 years ago, which I have boringly repeated many times, is a summer festival rare title. You get it by catching 10 Calebhal, 10 starry flounder, 10 golden redfish, and 10 silver haddock. Which requires a fair amount of fishing dedication. Really need to get one of these trout kites. It's a good looking kite. I'm happy to announce that, generally speaking, my coughing fits seem to have gone away. I say ironically because I just had to mute to cough, but it was just a cough. It wasn't anything systemic. So it took 4.5 weeks, but I think I'm finally over that upper respiratory bug that I had. And that's a very good thing. Zinger, sadly, will not be joining tonight. He is traveling. And we wish him safe travels and a great weekend. And we'll look forward to picking back up with him on Crick Hollow and doing some more Wildermore content. Five of 5 for cooling off overheated patrons. We ride for the top of that one hill across the road. We have flown a kite. Oh, there's a crashed kite there. I must have gotten 5 of them. Or 6, or however many I needed, because that one ain't lit up. I wouldn't mind another heat elemental or 2 to shoot. Normally there's one of them up here. There he is. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to beat that hunter to the punch. He looks like he's camping out here too. He can have it. I'll move on to greener pastures. So nobody likes you hunters, except for Zinger. There we go. That kite makes me feel pretty. I've collected the missing cheese basket. There we go. There's 5 and 5. The heat has been defeated. And conveniently, I left my last kite to fly up on this hill. And certainly best wishes go out to Eldalith tonight. She didn't quite feel up to streaming. She is normally on right before me, and hopefully she bounces back.
How do you
And I
do?
hope she has a great rest of her weekend.
A lovely day, isn't it?
It is a lovely day.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Thanks for parking
A
your horse
lovely
right on
day,
top of the
isn't it?
NPC. It's good planning.
Good day. A lovely day, isn't it?
But before I get... Let's go and buy the Hobbit
A
fireworks
lovely
now.
day, isn't it?
One thing I have been doing, and I haven't done it so far this year, is the Ale Association run. I probably ought to, but I don't get any summer festival tokens for that, so I am kindred with the In League, so I don't have to do that run anymore. Although frankly I think it's the more interesting of the two.
A lovely day, isn't it? Stay and have some tea.
Pantia, hello. Welcome to Lotro Stream. I apologize, I may have a little more trouble than usual reading chat. Had an eye doctor's appointment this afternoon and they dilated both pupils, so I'm bravely toughing it out, however.
Oh, how rude! Oh, what do you need?
The dessert is mixed. Pantia, how was your Friday? Did you have a good day, or you set up for a big old weekend? What are you looking forward to?
How do you do?
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
It's cool. How's the night going? Pretty good. Just kind of getting started here on stream, but happy to be here with y'all. Ginger checking in. Hi, Ginger. Mrs. Mustafa and I were hanging out at the Radio Control Flying Field earlier tonight. We had our monthly club meeting, and I was able to treat Mrs. Mustafa to a delicious burger and brat dinner, grilled courtesy of the Omaha XRC Flying Club. Did you want to say hi to everybody, Mrs. Mustafa? Or are you just coming over to steal a Cheez-It? That's what I thought.
How do you do?
If you're not at level cap, just doing these little festival quests can deliver an immense amount of experience points in a very short time. Well worth the effort. I don't know what it is. For some reason, Summer Festival just seems lighter and more fun than many of the other festivals. I enjoy it. Okay, we're not quite ready to go here. So what's going on at the keg race? I have a hard time timing Taste of Hobbiton. I'll check it 2 or 3 times and there won't be anything going on.
Welcome! You have come at a most fortuitous time.
Let's pick Signar.
Welcome! You have come at a most fortuitous time.
Most fortuitous. There's another little scavenger.
Hear me out,
here.
traveler.
I collected the mug.
My Durin's beard.
It's funny, I was able to go knock out that entire quest just waiting for the race to start.
Oh,
We'll flirt with Signar, blow him a kiss, wave to him. I can do that because I'm a chick as far as he knows. Cheer. Only 1 minute. You could get a 1 or 2 token consolation prize, but I think it's worth 6 tokens if you actually pick the winner. And then if you pick each of them to win a particular race, there's a title for that too. I think Galadriel got that last year, and I don't remember the title. Salute Signar. Flex for Signar. Come on, Signar, you're dead last. What the hell? There we go. Oh, you're still way behind. Go. Run, old man. I think you suck and you're gonna lose, Signar. That's what I think. So I will circle back around and watch Colmar win the race and claim my consolation prize. It's very disappointing. 1. Still worth a token. And that's available hourly. So if you really like to grind festival tokens, you could make a whole day out of it with that. Looks like this race is getting started soon.
Could I take
Taste
a
of
moment of your
Hobbiton.
time?
Let's randomly pick Mudrick.
Could I take a
don't know
moment
why.
of your time?
Ooh, good timing here. Am I motivating him? Is he winning because I'm cheering him on? I have no idea. I don't know if this makes any difference or not. Run, Forrest, run. You're going to lose, Mudrick. You suck. Mudrick has lost the race. Good thing for him, he's not an Argentinian soccer player. Still worth a token. I'm going to go back to the keg race. I'm going to turn around, and this door takes me straight to Thorn's Hall. Are you guys enjoying Summer Festival? What part of Summer Festival is your favorite? Which part do you not like? Are you as crazy about Summer Festival fishing as I am? Or am I just crazy? Feel free to post your opinions in chat. I want to hear from you, the viewer. Oh, I was going to show you another neat trick. If you want to get straight to the festival area, you can cut right through here. This takes you into the ale hall. But if you turn right around, this door takes you into the inn.
Greetings,
We'll buy our
traveler.
dwarf fireworks here. We'll talk to Ambi, who
I
is
would be
missing
grateful
5
for your
items.
assistance.
See what the hobbits have for us. There's a massive pile of copper scraps. Nobody got a chance to guess that in the chat, so we will not be giving the free car away tonight, hopefully next week. Can't say didn't play for some time. That is the nice thing about Lord of the Rings Online, Pantia. It's waiting for you whenever you want to come back. Lots of new content added over the last couple of years. The Mordor expansion is beautiful and terrible at the same time, just meaning that there's some horrific sights and sounds. But what a marvelous job they did with the landscape and architecture. 5 big subregions in Mordor, and I believe more to follow. There's been some talk about Minas Morgul getting added in the near future. They added Northern Mirkwood. Some great content addition, lots of fun stuff to do. And if you happen to be a cheapskate like me, you can actually play for free. I joked one time that I might be the world's only 12-year free-to-play Lotro player. I played in beta, and I thought that it was a very well-polished game, but a little dull, and didn't subscribe, but I came back when it went free to play, and Galadriel was actually, I believe, the character I created for beta. She is my 120th level elf champion. And one of the reasons I was excited about Summer Festival is when they raised the level cap, I had to go back and pump up her imbued legendary items to get them maxed out again. I mean, I didn't have to, but it bugged me that they weren't maxed out. So I kind of had to, just to silence the voices in my head shouting at me that needed to get done. Anyway, Summer Festival is a great way to earn those Antfilla Starlit Crystals. And at worst, the quests are simple, straightforward, and not particularly time-consuming. And if you're like me and you actually enjoy the fishing stuff, then hoorah! We'll go turn in this stuff, and I'm going to do my first bit of fishing right here in Thorin's Hall. Not years, but 3 or 4 months. Going to come back soon. Yeah, and that was kind of one of the reasons I've always stayed free to play is I started flying radio control airplanes back in 2005. And when time permits, I spend a lot of my spring and summer out at the airfield, and I don't play video games as much. Although this year it's been rather rainy so far, and work has been rather demanding, so I have not flown a plane, swung a golf club, or wet a fishing line in real life yet this year. And at least Lotro's available when it's dark out and or you just don't really feel like going out and doing much of anything out in the real world. So, yeah, that's the whole thing. That's where that fishing pole is at.
Welcome.
A river
You've
runs
come at a
through
most
it.
fortuitous time.
We'll be catching amberjack, and hopefully we'll get a few silver haddock. For those of you not keeping score at home, 4 amberjack equal 1 festival token, and 1 silver haddock equals 2 festival tokens. So 30 festival tokens equal an handful of starlit crystal, and I got an amberjack right off the bat. Not too shabby. XDD. So yeah, that's a thing. The other best way to get handful of starlit crystals that I'm aware of is to just grind epic battles. And epic battles are okay once in a while. I don't mind doing them. I've gotten pretty good at them, but the idea of just grinding them over and 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 earn a bunch of crystals just kind of makes me sad. So rather than do that, I'd rather do this. The Coke Zero is cold, the Cheez-Its are tasty, and the fish are biting. It's a good night here on Lotro Stream. Somebody waved to me in game and I missed it. Zinarana. So I just sent a howdy to Zinarana in game. Hello to Zinarana, who should not be Zinger because Zinger told me he was traveling today. Although, given my reputation, I wouldn't be surprised if people fake their own deaths just to get out of playing video games with me. Wouldn't shock me at all. Oh, that's Ginger. Hi, Ginger. There she is, stream bombing. Ginger has taken pity on Dio Papa and Uger and me when we've been doing roving threats and come out and helped heal for us. A couple of roving threats that are particularly nasty. Rotspittle in North Downs comes to mind. He's just a pain in the tuchus. Mrs. Mustafa came back for more Cheez-Its. One of my many alts.
What do you want me to set this at? 5:30?
Yep, 5:30 would be good. I get to work all weekend again. Very excited about that. Last week was supposed to be my weekend off, and I was on call and got called in Friday night and missed Lotro stream, so I'm glad to be here tonight. Got home about 3:30 a.m. Saturday morning. Ginger, were you the one who told me you've got 200 fishing on all of your characters? Zinger, you are here. How are the eyeballs doing? They're a little sore, I won't lie. I may not go 3 hours tonight. We might call it after a couple, but I will tough it out to at least get my daily dose of Summer Festival in. Plus, I could probably fish with my eyes closed and it would be okay. Where are you headed to this weekend, Zinger? I mentioned I thought you had travel plans. Or is that next weekend and I'm just dense? I don't think it'll tell me what Ginger's catching because we're not fellowed. I'm going to try all the amberjack, pull them so she can't have any. Yeah, most of them anyway. Some of the newer ones aren't there yet. Well, Summer Festival's a good way to get your jump start. Here, but on mobile, down the Delaware shore for the week. Oh, that should be nice. Delaware seems pretty affordable, and I think you can find an area where DuPont didn't poison the land with chemical spills. It could be a nice place to hang out. Of course, I say that, and most of the eastern half of Omaha, where I live, is an EPA Superfund site for lead poisoning. Fun fact, if any of you saw the College World Series last week, it is hosted here in Omaha every year. It's basically the national championship for college baseball. We're always excited to host it. It's a lot of fun. But the new stadium, they actually built it directly on top of the land where the old Asarco lead refinery used to be, which is what was responsible for polluting most of eastern Omaha with lead poisoning. And who got paid and bribed to build a new stadium on top of that land, I have no idea. But in some ways it's a perfect use case because they only use the stadium a couple weeks a year. And underneath it, supposedly there's a big cap of fresh, unpolluted dirt covering all of the lead. But yeah, it's like, wow. Yeah, let's build our brand new baseball stadium on top of the biggest pollution zone in the Midwest. It's like, somebody made a lot of money deciding that. So Omaha was the inspiration for the Fallout series? Yeah, pretty much. Plus, I think a lot of my personality quirks can be explained by lead poisoning. So, there you go. I was born and raised right here in Omaha, Nebraska. I have left the city before for various reasons, but my stuff is here, so I always come back after a week or two. Plus, if I tried to disappear for longer than that, Mrs. Mustafa would just hunt me down and drag me back anyway. Well, the amberjack are hitting pretty frequently. I do not have a silver haddock yet, so hopefully there will be a silver haddock in my near future. I caught 3 of them here the other day. I was quite happy about that. How are you doing, Ginger? You get any silver haddock yet? I live in the middle of a Superfund site on the west side of the country. It's important to bind your fishing key to a button so that you can free your mouse hand to grab extra Cheez-Its. Snacking while fishing makes the fishing much more enjoyable. No haddock yet today. Ah, the CDA mining district in Idaho. Northern Idaho, to be precise. Been living here for 61 years, Ginger says. Well, I certainly hope that Zinger has a good time on the Delaware shore. Glad he popped in to say hello. We had something very exciting happen Wednesday. As many of you know, we kind of have a Lord of the Rings players Rocket League group where we all get together and play car soccer. And because we're all RPG players, our skill levels are roughly the same. We played Wednesday night for a couple of hours, and Freelancer and Uger got along all night without any static, so that was amazing to see. I am out of Cheez-Its. Off to the old elf town for more fishing. We'll have fun in Kellendon, Ginger, and that's probably where I'm headed next myself. So, wouldn't be surprised if I don't see you over there. I'd really like to pull a silver haddock or two. Seems like on any given day, at least one fishing area is red hot and another one is ice cold. So, was playing the other night and I pulled 2 starry flounder from the bywater fishing area. Those are pretty rare, so that was a good haul. But it's pretty easy to earn 2 Antler Starlet crystals a day during Summerfest. Just run through the quests as best you can and then hit the keg race and the Taste of Hobbiton 3 or 4 times. Do the races, the horse races a couple, 3 times, and you'll get there. Especially if you get lucky on the keg race or Taste of Hobbiton. So it looks like I need 3 more Antler Starlet crystals to max out my 2-handed sword, and then I don't have to worry about it for a while. I've got all my scrolls. In fact, I have a few extra scrolls. Hopefully I can pass those down. Where's my extra Antler Scrolls of Empowerment? Those are not bound, so I can sell them, I can pass them to another character. I can keep them for and wait for the next level cap increase. Well, I don't have a silver haddock, but I got a bunch of amberjack, so hopefully that'll be good for 4 or 5 tokens. I like to fish here on the stairs because if you stand anywhere else along the ledge, it can be tough to see your bobber. It's difficult to get a good angle on it. And this is a perfectly good fishing area. I catch silver haddock over here all the time. I don't know that it's particularly sensitive as to which area you're fishing in. It's all just random number generator, so it'll either be hot or not. Right now I'm in the not category. My last 5 casts, weeds, goldfish, weeds, weeds, weeds. Ginger is AFK for a bit. The kids are hollering at me. Well, you better go see what they need, Ginger. That's the tough part, though. Once you go to a fishing area and start the fishing timer, you can't stop or pause it. It runs real time, so when the timer's up, you are out of time to catch trophy fish. This should be my last cast here. I'll have time to catch whatever this is going to be, but no time to recast. Thought I'd be able to reel this in. Yeah, I think I'm okay. This is going to be close, though. That took a really long time to hit. Amberjack, very nice. I was not sure I was going to get credit for that fish.
At your service and your
So it was a bunch of
families.
amberjack. Let's see how we did. Perfect 20 out of 20. Well, it's 20. And that's 5 tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was a pretty good use of time. I've got enough for 1 crystal. Go ahead and buy it and apply it. Defender of Linden is my one-handed legendary. And Protector of Linden is my two-handed. And the two-handed has room for 2 more crystals, and I've maxed out my one-handed sword and my champion's rune. So that's a good thing. Remember, if any of you Lotro players out there are wondering, I wonder if I could be a streamer. Trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. The only thing you need is a decent computer, a reasonably quick internet connection, and the time and energy to play Lotro. So, if you have any questions about streaming, you want to know how to get on Lotro Stream Team, just ask anybody who streams on here. We've got lots of great streamers, and we're always happy to help other people get started. We welcome more people to the Lotro streaming family. I did do the keg race. And I think I did taste a hobbit, and I don't need to go back to the party tree yet.
Greetings.
So it's a really long ride. I'll go ahead and go to Kellendom first. Back had to do goodnight hugs for the grandkids. That's very nice of you.
What do you need?
Nothing from you yet. I tried to get a goodnight hug from Mrs. Mustafa. I usually just get a pimp hand right across the face. It's very painful.
Maid of Annen, might you spare a moment of your time?
And just for fun, I like to jump out here onto the boat. Stand right here on the stern. Or this is the bow, excuse me. And just fish outwards. Here I am looking for Lulum and Kelebhal. I didn't have a bad time in the dwarf fishing area, but I didn't do well with rares. So hopefully this will be a little better. Really though, if you get 20 amberjack, you can't really complain. I mean, that's pretty solid. Kids are 6 and 3 and haven't learned about slaps yet. I'll keep them away from Mrs. Mustafa then. She is a mean mistreater. There's the first Lulum. Well, I've tried fishing with my horseshoe equipped. It doesn't make a bit of difference. Quality of your fishing rod doesn't matter. Summer Festival is all RNG. Random number generator. The best part about Summer Festival, to the best of my knowledge, there's nothing Summer Festival related inside the cisterns of Minas Tirith. You don't have to go there at all to participate in the festival. Well, we're not off to a rocketing start here in Kellendam either. The Lulum appear to be elusive thus far. I got one. Two Lulum. Aurora Ember checking in. Hello, Aurora Ember. And Edith Eldora says, do I detect a bit of cynicism? Just a bit. Well, 3 Lulum in 5 minutes is not the results I was looking for. So just for fun, we'll change up our fishing position. It doesn't matter, but no reason not to. Nothing else, we get a change of view. Apparently Ginger's over there on the other dock catching all of the Lulum and Keleball. How is your Friday, Aurora Ember? Anything exciting planned for the weekend? See, I got a Lulum on the first cast over here. Ginger missed a fish. I think it made her sad. Yeah, it turns out I have strep, so locked away for the weekend till the meds kick in. That's no fun. Hopefully you'll bounce back in time for a good 4th of July. I hope so. I want to take my daughter to go see some fireworks. Always a good time, Aurora. Normally I wouldn't go to the eye doctor on a Friday. I try to schedule around it, but I didn't want to wait and have to go into the eye doctor next week. You do not want to be going to an ophthalmologist the week of July 4th. They get some horrific eye injuries in from fireworks blowing up in people's faces. It is not pretty. Geeks Tour checking in. Strep throat. You don't want that. That's fatal. I've seen Aurora play Rocket League. She's made of tough stuff, Geeks Tour. I'm pretty sure she's going to pull through. Besides, old age is fatal, and everyone tries to catch that. Somebody has 50 Anvil Starlight crystals to sell. That's pretty amazing. I don't think I could build up that kind of supply of Anvil Starlight crystals unless maybe I was sentenced to a minimum security prison with full internet access. I think Genghis Khan died from strep throat. What ridiculous price are they asking? Doesn't list a price, just PST. Please send tell. Make them an offer. I'm sure they'll price them each. Yeah, now the fishing's getting pretty ice cold over here too. Yeah, 3 goldfish in a row. I guess that's not the worst thing ever. It's not great though. Excuse me, they keep telling me I have caught old age, but never sure when it starts. I think whenever you catch Mrs. Mustafa's fascination with Murder, She Wrote, that's probably a sign you're hitting old age. There's a Lulu. Although I was laughing when I got to the doctor's office, they had Murder, She Wrote on the TV in the waiting room. And when I first walked in, it was a commercial, and I'm like, what? An infomercial? We're missing Murder, She Wrote. And the guy sitting next to me was laughing. They came back on. I was like, whew, I was afraid we were going to miss it. And then I kind of turned to him. I said, I got to ask, I mean, what kind of crazy murder rate do they have in Cabot Cove, Maine? They're averaging a murder a week for 12 years. You'd think somebody would have noticed that and sent in the state police or something. I've watched that for years, so it's too late for me. There's a Caleb Hall. Alright. I got a rare fish. 64 on the 25th. That's why they moved her to New York. Yeah, invariably she'd have to travel to New York for a book tour or for a meeting with her publisher, and then somebody would end up dead when she was around. She's like a harbinger of death. If J.B. Fletcher shows up, somebody's getting whacked. It's a wonder she didn't fall under more suspicion on the show. Just the fishing portion, if you do all 4 areas, it's 70 minutes. It's a lot of fishing. Then all the other quests, and some of the quests you can do hourly, you don't have to wait daily. It's a lot of summer festivaling. Did you get any Kelebhal ginger? See, the Lulam aren't biting nearly as fast as the Amberjack were, but that Kelebhal is like catching 8 Lulam. So it should wash out. Did you forget the Mantham fishing in the Shire that adds 10 more minutes to that? Well, I don't really do that. Once you're kindred with the Mantham house, there's no reason to do that quest. I just click the timer and then go do other quests, and it completes automatically, so you don't really have to do that one to get the points or the token. Boom, token. She did get a Kelebhal. Congratulations. I do that one for the Mathams for alts. Yeah, that would be a good way to get yourself kindred with a Matham house. I might have missed a fish. I was just going to throw up some fish to celebrate Ginger's Kelebhal catch, and I cost myself a catch. Still worth it, though. There's a Lulam. Ooh, a lulam. Ooh, we're getting right down here. I got about 90 seconds of fishing left. Another kelp haul would be pretty sweet right now. Instead, I caught weeds. I got a couple more casts left, though. Caleb Hall, Caleb Hall, Caleb Hall. Lulam. Yeah, better than nothing. Caleb Hall, Caleb Hall, Caleb Hall. Nope. Goldfish. It was probably last cast. Nope. Doesn't have time to reel it in. If the timer expires in mid-catch, you just get a regular fish. We'll see what it gives me. I acquired a smelt. In all fairness, smelt are quite delicious. We have a Greek restaurant right by where we live that has fried smelt on the menu. And of course they use smelt roe in sushi quite a bit. If you ever get the little orange balls on the outside of like your California roll, that is smelt roe. See how we did here?
Hail, friend, and well met.
2 tokens for the Kelebal. And 3 tokens for the Lulam. So I did much worse on Lulam than I did Amberjack, but the Kelebal made up for it. We ride for Dulan.
What do you need?
So I should be halfway to another handful of Starlit Crystal. I think I've got 15 tokens. So if I can average 5 per fishing area, I can get 10 of the 15 tokens I need just off of the Bywater and South Bree fishing areas. And it's quite easy to get 10 tokens worth of fish off of a single fishing area if you happen to get lucky. I think one time last year I caught 5 golden redfish in the Bree area in one 20-minute period. It was pretty rocking. It was like, dang, son. I found the rare fish become easier to catch as the festival continues on. I'm not sure if that's by design or not. We're going to buy our elf fireworks.
Negovanen.
And you'll see why I'm buying fireworks at all of the different vendor stations here in a little bit.
Sweelad Melon, will you stay a moment?
Got a nice little scavenger hunt here. Somebody else lost a few things. We're going to go collect them. Anniversary fireworks count if you saved them. They do? What do you use the anniversary fireworks for? Maybe there's a way to grind in Summer Festival that I don't even know about, which wouldn't surprise me. I'm a dedicated Lotro player who really enjoys the game. I'm very casual about it, though. I do almost no reading of patch notes, generally don't read the forums, generally don't pay that much attention to it. I just log in and play. It's all good. Let's do some Host of the West crafting for Nemini, my hunter, who was almost kindred with the provisioners of the Camp of the Host. Fourth book. Biggleby says, Lotro, I just bought Mines of Moria expansion. I haven't entered yet, saving that moment for when I really have the need for Lotro. Love me some Moria. Cannablick checking in says, hello, Hard Hit and Aurora. Hello, Cannablick. There it is, the little gold thing. And that's 5 of 5. Go turn this in and head to Bree.
Hail, friend, and well met.
I will just go ahead and return to Bree. Cannablick is running in Moria right now. Is it true you get a goat for free before entering as transportation? It's not. You can get a goat before you go in, but you have to get kindred with Thorin's Hall and buy a prized Thorin's Hall goat, which is what I normally do. Otherwise, you can get a like a plus 32% speed tame redhorn goat. It's not at the very beginning, but it's pretty early in. They kind of did that so getting around isn't quite so tedious. That's the prized Thorin's Hall goat I'm equipping right now. It's a plus 62 speed. In the most of the regions, North Downs, Breeland, Arid Lewin, Lone Lands, there are areas where you can earn dwarf rep, and if you're getting ready for Moria, you can max out your rep to kindred with Thorin's Hall. There is a section inside Thorin's Hall where you find the Bluestone Garrison. There's a vendor in the Bluestone Garrison who will sell you this goat for 5 gold. If you have to be kindred, though, it's restricted to kindred characters. Well worth getting ahead of time. And there's a mine in Forakel, and there is an area in Arid Lewin called Sarner where you can earn first age relics that'll help you get kindred with Thorin's Hall fairly quickly. But if you don't have the Thorin's Hall prized goat, you can get the tamed Red Horde Loads goat fairly early in Moria. I think you get it in the Dolven View. So there is a bit of the area to traverse before you get the goat, but it's not too bad. Otherwise, you can get a prized Red Horde Load goat once you get kindred.
Hello, friend.
With,
Could you help me with
I think
something?
it's either the Miners or the Iron Garrison Guards. Yep. There we go. Oh, I was disappointed I didn't get a stream last week. I actually built my new gaming chair. It arrived last Friday, and I put it together and was looking forward to show it off on the stream. Then didn't get a stream last Friday because of work. But there's a pretty good chance I'm going to have to run and go get my own Coke Zero. And when I do, it will truly be chair stream hype. You'll get to see it in all its glory. It's comfortable, it was relatively inexpensive, and I was able to find a trim scheme that I knew Mrs. Mustafa would hate. And when I first showed her the picture of the chair, she was like, ugh, gross, that's awful looking. And I was like, yes, I knew she'd hate it. And I had already ordered it by then, so it's okay. Part of the fun of being married is antagonizing your partner. Oh, that's crazy. I already maxed out my sword and ruin. Cool. I thought I'd still have to grind experience for him. I must be getting item experience off the festival stuff? I don't know. Boy, I am not off to a rocketing start here in Bree. It's weeds, weeds, weeds. Always happy to help, Biggleby. There, we got a drum. Oh, Ginger's here too. There she is, over on the edge of the pond. Great minds think alike, Ginger. Here we're looking for golden redfish. And typically Bree is usually a fairly good fishing spot. It's pretty rare I come over here and don't have a good time. The drummer's starting to flow. And it's not unusual to get 2 or 3 golden redfish. Not that I particularly want to jinx myself, but... There's a golden redfish. It's barely 5 minutes in, I already got one. I got a good chance at catching 2 or 3 here tonight. That would not break my heart. Anybody seen what the festival mounts are? Maybe you can get a goat as part of the festival too. Well, the drummer's starting to pop too. That's good. If I can get 2 or 3 golden redfish and the drum keep coming, that'll put me within spitting distance of that second crystal tonight. That would be a happy thing. No goats this time around, just a couple of ponies that only run at 62%. As long as they're nice looking ponies, that's what counts. The Coke Zero situation's looking pretty desperate, and Mrs. Mustafa looks like she's pretty well snuggled in. I've still got 11 and a half minutes of fishing here, so it's going to be at least that long before I can get a Coke Zero. Might have a goat in the instance rewards. Yeah, that could be. The picnic quest. Looks like Ginger's moved on. How'd you do on golden redfish, Ginger? Any luck? Last 5 casts have been goldfish, drum, weeds, goldfish, goldfish. Yeah, I went off to the fairgrounds. Goldfish. There, I like that angle better. Drone. New mail, legendary item level up. Maybe that's the key. Maybe I just need a weird camera angle. Three drum in a row. That ain't too shabby. Better than 3 goldfish in a row. 4 goldfish in a row. From the lakes of northern Canada to the wide Pacific shore, wherever fish are biting, yada yada yada. So at least give me a second golden redfish. I'd hate to catch one that soon and then get skunked for 15 minutes. Golden redfish. Golden redfish. Sometimes it seems like if you keep talking about them and thinking about them, they're more likely to pop up. You just sit here and fish and don't think about it, you won't get any. You'll just get common fish, which there's nothing wrong with. It's just nice to get more festival tokens for your time. So I got 3 drum in a row, and then it's been weeds, goldfish, 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 weeds. Highly disappointing. Yeah, Steam was a little wonky for me. Just says no internet connection, thinking the whole thing is dead. Well, with the Steam sale going on, I guess a crash or two is possible. It would be highly unfortunate for Steam. I was thinking about getting on there and spending some money. Maybe due to the summer sale, exactly. I heard that the hottest thing on Steam right now was the Washington downloadable content pack for the trucker game, Truck Simulator. Is Rocket League on sale? Is that what you're saying, Aurora? I missed the context somehow. Less than 3 minutes to go, and I still only have a single golden redfish. Come on, golden redfish. We need another golden redfish. I am greedy, but I don't think it's too greedy to ask for a second golden redfish. Probably shouldn't expect 3 at this point. I have caught him back to back. I think I caught Silver Haddock back to back in Thorin's Hall the other day when I got 3. 2 of them came back to back. The fish were all pretty close together, say within the same 5 minutes. No goat this time. The festivity vendor only has another pony. Well, for those of you with an ancient dwarf make weapon, Sarner awaits. You can go get a bunch of first age relics and earn yourself a goat in there. There's a hit. Just gonna peek through some of those car parks. Oh, car packs. Yeah, there you go. 50% off Rocket League. Nice. We got some really cool stuff with the cassettes you can earn as part of the summer event. I got the ET wheel caps and the Ghostbusters plasma exhaust, and it's kind of fun opening those golden egg chests. Another drum. This is probably my last cast. Drum. Not gonna get it. About 3 seconds short on time. And that turned out to be a char. We'll catch and release the goldfish. Throw the weeds back in to bother the next fisherman. That way I won't run out of weeds to catch tomorrow. Let's see how we did. I don't get many points when I play. You will, Aurora. You're getting better every time you play. And actually, I have to tell you, for as little time as you put in, Your play from the wall is exceptionally good. That will serve you well. It'll serve all of us well if you play with us. That's not easy to master, and you're better at it than most. So we got 4 tokens from drum, 2 tokens from the golden redfish, 8 total from here. Goofy old lady checking in. Hello, goofy old lady. I am good at driving people up the wall. How's your Friday going so far, goofy old lady? So far, okay. Thank you. Glad to hear it, goofy old lady. Did anyone else just hear some weird music? Yeah, I think there was a player-generated music over by the South Gate in Bree. I heard it when I rode past. Uh-oh, upkeep required. Who knew? I'm pretty sure I can afford upkeep on the house. That's going to be character panel, house. Maintenance. For 600 silver, and I'm good to go for a while. Oh, I'm not allowed to pay maintenance on the kin house. So I don't have to worry about it. Well, it looks like it's paid up through the end of the year anyway. Good deal. I know what I'm doing. Just gonna mail these off to Nemini, my hunter. Freelands Festival Ground. Gotcha, as long as it wasn't something on my just fixed computer. Nope, as far as we all know, your computer should be okay. Okay, so I bought Hobbit, Dwarf, and Elf fireworks. The reason is this guy here. If you buy the man fireworks, you can turn right around, pick up this dude's quest, and then turn it in.
Greetings, friend.
Excuse me there. And that's yet another quest done. There's a dance instructor. And if you find the stage, and then just right up to the left-hand side of it, you will find the horse race.
Would you do something for me?
And just like that, I get 3 more tokens. Assuming I don't disconnect between here and the finish line anyway. I actually have a story about the radio control equivalent of that. I will bore you with it since I have to take a short horse ride somewhere. Let's see, we're done in Bree. I was gonna do the, I know where I can go. Let's do this. Okay, so there's a thing in radio control flying called pylon racing. You set up a couple of large posts. Ours are about 22 feet tall with bright orange buckets on the top so you can see them, and we race planes around them. And a typical race is 10 laps around the poles. And I don't have a direct tie to Mickle Delving, but I can go to Thorin's Hall and then take fast travel to Mickle Delving since I already used my Bree ride. Anyway, so pylon racing, you just basically go around in a circuit 10 times. We were doing some casual club pylon racing for an event at the field, and I got paired up against this other pilot who, he actually races cars, and he's a motorhead and a speed freak and loves pylon racing. So I get out there, and I'm in kind of a hurry. I was late to the event, and I just got my plane out. I was trying to tune it, and I didn't really have the motor dialed in on it. It had a little 1/2 cubic inch single cylinder methanol engine on it. What am I doing here? I'm going to
Greetings.
And we get out there, and he's all tuned up, and he's ready to go. And we take off, and my engines start sagging. It's too lean, and it's not getting enough fuel, and it's running poorly. And he's way faster than I am. I mean, night and day. So I'm going around the course as best I can, while his plane's just like so he gets to 9 laps, and then just to rub my nose in it, he decides he's going to screw around, and he starts doing aerobatics and just flying back and forth, doing loops and rolls and things, and just kind of screwing around, waiting for me to try to get. I mean, truly, the tortoise and the hare, right? And Matt's screwing around with his plane, and he's just jacking around, doing loops and rolls and aerobatic maneuvers. And it's like I'm on lap 4. He's already at lap 9. I mean, he's got me crushed. There was no contest. He just was way faster than me. And so about the time I get to lap 6, all of a sudden Matt's still up there doing aerobatics, and all of a sudden I forget what he did. He did some kind of snap roll, or he did a big loop with a twist in it. And and his carburetor line pops off from his fuel tank. It just comes disconnected in mid-flight. So his engine quits, and Matt has to basically come in and do an emergency landing after completing 9 laps. So he ended up getting a did not finish, and I ended up completing
day.
my 10
Might I have
laps
a
and
word
winning the
with you?
heat. It was quite humorous. I enjoyed that quite a bit. So that's what I was thinking of when I made the comment about as long as I don't get disconnected. And I was like Matt's carburetor line. So we all got a good laugh at that, and my slow, poorly tuned plane ended up winning the heat, and I jumped too soon. That's okay. I can still pull this out. We ride for festival tokens. If you've ever considered flying a radio-controlled plane, I'd highly encourage it. It's like a video game you play in real life, but you get... Okay, I'm screwed now. You get fresh air and sunshine while you do it. It's a terrific pastime. Building the planes is fun. Flying the planes is fun. Tuning them and... Ugh. You know, that finish line still doesn't look impossibly far away. Am I going to squeak this out? I have won the race. That's as close of a winning finish as I think I've ever managed to squeak out. I screwed up both of those jumps and still managed to complete
A
it.
lovely day, isn't
My
it?
lucky day. It is a lovely day. Thank you for the tokens. So we just ride back to Mickle Delvin. Silver Crow flies RC helis. Awesome. I have airplanes and helicopters. I've got 3 Thunder Tiger Mini Titan 325Es. My theory on flying helicopters is you need 1 helicopter to fly, 1 to fix, and 1 to look at while you're fixing the broken one. So I have a trio of them, and I like the 450 size helis because they're kind of a good indoor-outdoor. You can fly them in a basketball court during the winter, but they're big enough to fly outside in a fair bit of wind, and relatively inexpensive to fix when you ding them up. Not as popular as they used to be. It seems like the big electric helis have really kind of taken off. Love to get a SAB Goblin, but just... it's like with any hobby. My problem is I don't buy expensive fishing rods because I like video games and RC planes, and I don't buy expensive RC planes because I like fishing, golfing, and video games. And it's one of those things that with like any hobby, you can dump as much money as you want into it, but there's diminishing returns. Most of the airplane stuff I fly is fairly inexpensive, same with helicopters. And I could get a more expensive plane, but it's just, at some point you just don't get that much bang for the extra bucks. I made the comment a couple weeks ago that, if the difference between a $3,000 computer and a $1,500 computer plus $1,500 in the bank, I can have just as much fun on the $1,500 computer. I sleep a lot better with that $1,500 in the bank instead of the $3,000 computer. Okay, so I wanted to come here. Turn in here. I thought I turned that in.
Good day.
That's okay. Good thing I wandered over here then. So we got the fireworks turned in. I'm going fishing in Bywater, so we'll ride down there real quick. I got 10 minutes of fishing left to clean up, and then I probably have enough tokens for another handful of Starlit Crystal, or I will. Otherwise, I can go recycle Taste of Hobbiton and Keg Race by now, probably. I'm sure it's been an hour. You should post that clip of your friend flying one while you record. That would be fun. If you go out to my YouTube site, I do have a bunch of RC videos posted. There's a couple of them where Mrs. Mustafa was filming while I flew. And one of them I was flying indoors, and she's just badgering me the whole time I'm flying. It's kind of funny. I think you can find a link to my YouTube channel on my Twitch personal page. We'll re-equip the fishing rod.
Stay and have some tea.
I would rather stay and have some flounder. Some starry flounder. Oh, I forgot to go get a soda. Yeah, it's okay. We're having a good time. We're fishing. We're chatting. I can survive another 9.5 minutes without a crisp, refreshing Coke Zero. Doesn't hurt as much when they crash, absolutely. I have lots of good advice for the new pilots. If you wreck a plane, just buy 2 to replace it, and that way you'll never run out. If we crash, the Chinese will make more, so it's okay. And a truly dedicated RC pilot already knows what he's going to buy to replace whatever he's flying when it crashes. They all have expiration dates, they're just not printed on the box. Oh, just got an Oxus, very nice. Oh, you're sponsored pilot for Oxy Helis. Are you anywhere in the Midwest by chance, Silver Crow? The reason I ask is I run a fairly sizable RC air show on Labor Day for benefits Make-A-Wish of Nebraska. I'm in Omaha, and we have some sponsored pilots who come out and fly for us, and always looking for new pilots to help show off to the crowd. We usually get 800 or 1,200 people through the park over the course of 4 hours. Last year we raised about $4,000 for Make-A-Wish. It's a lot of fun, big event, and good cause. The only problem is you have to listen to me blather on the PA system for 4 hours. But if you can tolerate that, it's probably well worth checking out. Tinabo, welcome. That's probably Tinabo. Yep, pulled the trigger too soon. That's what I get. I was looking over at chat, zoned out, and I thought, I'd better look over. Oh, the Shire race you can. It's the Bree one that you need to complete one of the 2 jumps. Good to know. Oh, it's the Omahawks RC Flying Club. You can check out the club at omahawks.org. OMAHAWKS. And it's on September 2nd, Labor Day, at Standing Bear Lake Park in Omaha, 138th and Fort. And one of our former club presidents, Ward Neeson, just moved to Wisconsin not too long ago. In fact, he was supposed to help me co-host the event, and he called me the week before and he said, "Yeah, I can't make it to Labor Day. I'm moving to Wisconsin." Like, wow, that's really going out of your way to get out of volunteering, Ward. But that's okay. But yeah, that's cool. Boy, we should have a bunch of pictures for Labor Day up on the website somewhere too. Mrs. Mustafa is a semi-pro photographer, and she took a lot of photos for us at the RC Club over the years. Kind of helped her develop her talent. She does a really good job. It was amazing because, you know, somebody's buzzing down the flight line with a helicopter or an airplane, and she could get a picture of their plane and get it perfectly centered without having to edit or crop the photo. It's like, oh, she did a nice job editing that. Like, no, that's just the raw photo. But she does a lot of sports pics, so she's pretty good at moving subjects. Every once in a while, if the city budget's not too screwed up, we get the Omaha police helicopter to come out and land on our runway at the end of the event. That's always a crowd pleaser. They park the heli, and then the public can go out and look at the helicopter up close, and the flight officers chat with them, and it's a good time. We usually have a Make-A-Wish recipient family come out, and we do a little interview with them halfway through the show and talk about Make-A-Wish and all the good it does and what their experience has been like and what they're planning for their Wish event. And well, it's nice to meet the kids and meet the families. And last year we ran out of Coke Zero, and my concessions guy saved one of the last Coke Zeros and gave it to Mrs. Mustafa to run out to me while I was emceeing the event. Here, take Ed this Coke Zero. Oh, thank goodness. I suspect that might be Ginger fishing on another character. Keepers of Orion's Memory, I think, was the same kin as her last character. Just guessing. Yet Coke Zero still doesn't sponsor you. I know, right? Yeah, I thought that would be you, Ginger. Good to see you getting a lot of stream time tonight. A beautiful day of fishing here in Bywater. Wouldn't mind a starry flounder. I'm pretty obtuse, Ginger, but not as obtuse as Mrs. Mustafa says I am. Close, though. This one's fishing is low, just hit 20 with her. Yeah, that character needs some work. I expect to have her Lady of Streams before the end of the month. Nobody likes to miss a fish, Aurora. You know what's funny about it though? When you actually go fishing, I remember some pretty spectacular misses. We were up in Minnesota, and my buddy and his kids and his boys, I think his son James was 16 or 17 at the time, and we were up there fishing off the pontoon in the middle of this 40,000 acre lake, Lake Vermilion, in northeast Minnesota. That's about 90 minutes south of the Canadian border, and his son hooked. I didn't even get a good look at the fish, just based on the size and the color of what little we were able to see of it. I think he just missed landing a 5 or 6 pound smallmouth. It was big and it fought like hell, and it was gold, and we got it up to the boat, and they were trying to, instead of netting it, they got lazy and were trying to lift it up over the rail, and the thing shook itself loose as they were lifting it up out of the water. And we just got a little bit of a look at it, and it's like, oh, and I still remember that fish sliding back into the water. Another bad miss was when we were on our honeymoon. I've told the story. Mrs. Mustafa let me go fishing. We chartered a fishing boat for half a day out of Porto Aventura, south of Cancun, and had a great time. I caught a 3-foot barracuda, she caught a 5-foot barracuda, and I missed a sailfish. I was fighting it and fighting it and fighting it, and just couldn't quite get it to the boat, and I ended up missing it, and I was like, oh, I can't believe I just missed the fish of a lifetime. And just Providence, really good boat crew, not sure why, but I ended up getting another sailfish on the line, and we actually landed that, and I got my picture taken with it, and I was holding it. I was just exhausted. I reeled in the 75-pound sailfish in the middle of this 100-degree Mexican heat, and it was just exhausting, and but the boat crew helped hold up the fish. We got a photo of it, and the sailfish are catch and release. But I would have hated life if I hadn't caught that, because I missed one before we landed that one. So sometimes the fish you don't catch stick with you for a long time. There's another handful of starlit crystal. I think Protector of Linden. It still says 615. It was a 616 maximum. Nice. Let's take a look at that. It's item 6. That's horses, so that's a bridle. Oh, it's item 10 is what it is. So if we take a look at the damage, 28 out of 29 additional tiers. So I can finish that bad boy up tomorrow. I'm 25 tokens away from another crystal, so probably can't earn that tonight, and that's okay. We'll get them next time. But that was 2 tonight, and I'm set up to start again tomorrow. And I guess just for fun, maybe we will go take another look at the keg race and the Taste of Hobbiton. Those are pretty quick, easy, and painless. It's always the one that got away. Well, I remember plenty of fish that I've caught, too.
Oh, good day.
Gonna sell those copper scraps while I was thinking about it. And it was this big. Oh, to land that sailfish, it's hard to say. I mean, you know, I don't want to go the old man in the sea on you and tell you it was an hour-long fight. I'm sure it was maybe 10 or 15 minutes, but it was an exhausting 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, imagine pulling a 75-pound barrel through the water for 10 or 15 minutes. That's about what it was like. Having to keep the pressure on, and how is it you pull, and then you reel while you dip the rod tip down, and pull, and then reel really fast and pull, but you can never let the pressure off of the fish, or the fish will shake the bait loose. And it's different from, I mean, freshwater fishing's not that demanding, at least not the stuff I catch around here. Maybe if I were going after, you know, tiger muskie or something on a regular basis. But, you know, the bass and crappie and bluegill, you just have to wait to get a good solid hook on them, and it's pretty rare they shake the bait. You might get a topwater bass hopping around, dancing on its tail, and it can throw a lure once in a while, but it's just not that common. Let's go back to the keg race, see if we can try to pick a winner here. They're lined up. Can I get a pick in? Yes.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
I'm going to bet Colmar this time.
Greetings, traveler. Will you stay a moment?
Colmar's credulity. We wait for the race to begin. While we're waiting, that's my time to go grab another Coke Zero and show off the new chair. So I was very excited. Zinger auctioned off my chair for me a couple weeks ago, the old one, and Isengard bid 5. So I'm still waiting for the 5 gold pieces to show up, but as soon as they arrive, I'll be happy to mail that old chair out. So take a gander at the new chair, and I'll be right back. So I was all excited last week. I'm like, whew, got my new gaming chair put together. Run, Colmar, run! Don't run past Colmar. Colmar needs to win. Yep, that was badly typed. Run, Colmar, run. Oh, Colmar lost. You suck, Colmar. Thanks for nothing. And I got a chance to catch up on chat. One of my favorite things is getting the young kids out around a dock and having them reel in a couple of rock bass. Those fight like crazy, but are so fun. Here it's the bluegill. Bluegill are usually pretty easy to catch and are very feisty. If you catch a big bluegill, that's a lot of fun. Doug Lindauer says, nope. Old Man in the Sea, great Hemingway novel. Largemouth hit those topwaters hard, though. Something to see. Music is just so wondrous. It really takes you away. It's very pleasant. That's one of the nice things about Lotros. It's a relaxing game. You can play it for hours and hours. The music is soothing, and the landscape is picturesque, and there's beauty all around you, and just a very pleasant game world to adventure in. My favorite way to fish is to order it batter fried off the menu and drown it in Thousand Island dressing. That's one way to get it done. Man, the Irish lords we used to catch were ugly as hell. I am on Arkenstone tonight, doing summer festival with my champion. Just working to get her a handful of starlit crystals. I got 2 so far tonight. Won't get a 3rd, but we'll hopefully reduce the grind for next time. One of these days Coca-Cola will send me a check, but today is not that day. I know because I already checked the mail. I start dancing around like an elf. Come on, who actually thinks that's the way elves dance? I don't believe it. Am I floating above the... I'm in the air. Now I'm back on the table. I finally restocked on Bark Zero. Nice. That can't be easy to find. Diet root beer is yummy. I don't know we can get Bark Zero around here. I don't recall seeing it in the store. I haven't really looked for it, but I usually end up buying Diet A&W root beer or cream soda. I think it's distributed more widely here in Nebraska. I prefer Elf 2. I do not have Elf 2. I actually tried Elf 2 first, and it was a no-go. Let's try Dance Elf 3 and see if I have that. Nope. Dance Elf 4. Unknown Command. Dance Hobbit. Well, that's how you dance. Dance Hobbit 1. Unknown Command. I probably just typed it wrong. I'm not a smart man. Nope, that's definitely an unknown command. Now I'm dancing like a dwarf. There we go.
Could I take a moment of your time?
We'll bet on Birdie.
Stay and have some tea.
I'd say Galandriel looks more than just a little bit spastic there.
Hello there.
Bird kite. Sunny summer kite. Flower kite. Comet kite. Where's the fish kite? I want the fish kite. He's coming in last. He sucks. Thanks for nothing, Birdie. Even with all that cheering, it didn't help. I'm sad. Yeah, a lot of good it did me. Daffodillies first. Looks like at least the pack's all together. Birdie loses. Way to lose, Birdie. You suck. Still get a token, though. Not too shabby. I will go park just outside. And we'll see what Nemene's up to. It's good emoji practice to throw emojis at them, but it doesn't seem to spur them on any faster. If anybody has any tips on how to win more of those races, let me know. Oh, nice. I just completed the great... I didn't realize I logged off before that had completed. I wonder what I was doing anyway. Fireworks. Be lucky. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I was really lucky last year, and this year, not so much so far.
At your service and your families.
I think one of the problems I was having with Nemene, her quest tracker's almost full. I could only do these one or two at a time.
Greetings, traveler. Will you stay a moment?
Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. Server had to think about it. It was not critical success. It was a good try, though. Ah, Nemini also earned rare fish. I think she did that last year. As did Little Ed Mustafa, my burglar on Brandywine. I believe Little Ed is also a rare fish. It's a lot of festivaling. SKDX Killer checking in. Hi, Nick. How are you? Did Ed get a new chair? I did. I was showing it off earlier when I went to go grab a fresh Coke Zero. It's comfortable, it's supportive, and best of all, Mrs. Mustafa hates it.
Well,
It's part of the fun of buying it. Where should we go? I think I've tortured you all with enough fishing for tonight. Looks nice. I bought a new chair myself. On Fort, couldn't spend the amount of a great chair cost, but oh well. And this thing was cheap, $105 delivered from Newegg, so surprisingly comfortable and supportive though. I like it. It was a good buy. I have bought dumber things with my money. Go to the party tree. What brand? It's a Homale. pain is the building it. Yeah, it took a little while and was slightly frustrating.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Mine's from Staples, so we shall see. Yes, we shall. Oh, looks like it's still on sale. Yeah, looks like what I'm sitting on. Share. That's not what I was looking for. I don't know if there's a way to link to it. I'll put this in chat, and if it doesn't work, then that's my problem. Yeah, it's way too long of a link. I like your chances with your chair, Nick. I think good things are going to start happening for you now.
Stay and have some tea.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Boom, out of quest slots. So I'm going to fly some kites and pick up some crashed kites for now. If you can't grab all the quests at once, it does make this stuff a little more tedious, unfortunately. Hey, Staples' 4th chair in 1 month, but I'll take a pic and send it to you later. Okay. You playing any Lotro at all, or are you mostly on the Rocket League kick now, Nick? What have you been up to lately? SKDX Killer used to be on the Lotro stream team, if I recall. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think I am. I told them if this one isn't my liking, they won't ever get my business again. I streamed Lotro earlier this week for a few hours and then Fallout today. Cool. Rocket League is fun as hell. So yeah. I think I caught you streaming Lotro the other morning. Did I pop in and say hi? I know I caught you playing Fallout 4. I was razzing him. Mrs. Mustafa is Korean, so when I saw him playing Rocket League with his brother the other day, I was like, you drive like an old Asian woman. And he got the joke. I was comparing him to my wife. And so then, I think a day or two later, I caught him playing a modded version of Fallout 4. And so just randomly I typed in, you survived the nuclear apocalypse like an old Asian woman. It was a good callback. If you are an old Asian woman and offended by my comments, do not fear. Mrs. Mustafa will punish me for you. You do not need to take offense or complain. Looks like we're good on crashed kites. Rank 3v3 is hard, and yes, you did, I believe, and Rocket League, and you said I drove like an old Asian woman. There you go. Been fixing your sleep schedule. This is the latest I've been up in a few days. Fell asleep at 8:30 p.m. 2 days ago. Waking up at 4:30 a.m. Yeah, I normally like Saturdays for sleeping in, and I got to get up at 5:30 tomorrow. It's my weekend to cover at the data center, and it won't be a relaxing one. We have a bunch of decommission work going on, and a bunch of cabling requests, and the hell am I up here for? Normally there's a crashed kite, but not anymore. I think it might be... Oh, I got all the crashed kites. I'm just flying kites. Stay focused, Ed. I'm getting a wee bit fuzzy. Work relaxing? Never. I've had some very relaxing weekend days. This will not be one of those weekends, unfortunately. My boss is on a bit of a tear. Whenever he gets stressed, he likes to take it out on the rest of us to make himself feel better. So I'm going to have a whole laundry list of stuff to do this weekend. I think last year, Galandriel's legendaries were all topped up. So I was able to do more with Little Ed and Nemini on the festival stuff. And because I had to go back and reboost Galandriel, I haven't had time to work on my other high-level characters quite as much.
A lovely day, isn't it?
And poor little Ed over there on Brandywine's just been downright neglected.
Could I take a moment of your time? Could I take a moment of your time?
So if I can finish with Galandriel and get her her last crystal, maybe I can spend more time focusing on Nemini. Getting her stuff more maxed out. How's the weather over your way? It finally cleared up, and it's been hot and sunny the last couple days. Probably be beautiful this weekend since I have to work. Got a garage full of toy airplanes I haven't had a chance to fly. The only time the weather's decent is when I'm stuck at the data center, which has been quite a bit lately, so. Done with that, looking for the cheese. Where is my cheese? Here it is. Apples and cheese, terrific pairing. I avoided outside like the plague. 90 in Rhode Island.
Good day.
We're kind of used to it. Wasn't wildly comfortable, but it wasn't that bad either.
How do you do? Could I take a moment of your time? Could I take a moment of your time?
Delarfin, hello. How is your Friday going, Delarfin? Wanted to get out of there before that guy spit on me. Only cool when I spit on people. Not cool when I get spit on. Bigger tower works. Glad to hear it. Wow, it almost hit 100 in Denver today. That is crazy. More air to move around means it's easier to keep it cool. Glad that helped. I'm glad your dad was able to hook you up with a better case. There are lots of things you can do to optimize cooling, but bigger volume of air is pretty simple. And there's 5 of 5 on beat the heat. Or defeat the heat.
How'd you do? Good day. Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Yep, and I'm too broke to send my car to fix the AC. Yeah, 100 degrees and no air conditioning makes for miserable driving. Fortunately, the traffic's really good in Denver, so it's not like you'd get stuck in traffic in the heat, he said sarcastically. More slots for more hard drives. Never a bad thing. Oh, that's good. Drive really, really fast. In Canada, water boils at 100 degrees. Who knew?
How do you do? Stay and have some tea.
Work from home on most Fridays. Well, compared to Los Angeles, we do have good traffic. That's good to know. Hey, Geeks Tour, I tried, but it was rush hour traffic after physical therapy. Here's a fun tip for all of you dog owners. If your dog hates fireworks on the 4th of July, you can actually give your
Well,
dog
the goal of some
melatonin
folk.
to make it sleepy and hopefully snooze through most of the 4th. So the fireworks won't bother it. Did not know you could give dogs melatonin. Oh, gotta turn in some quests. Want to get our participation trophy.
Hello there.
Ooh, I leveled. Very exciting. All from Summer Festival.
Hello there.
$28 of 30. Nemini almost has a crystal of her own. See what we can do. It's keg race. Ginger's heading out. Ginger, you have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. And it was a joy fishing next to you. Don't start, don't start, don't start.
Welcome! You have come at a most fortuitous time. I would be grateful for your assistance.
By Durin's beard, won't you give me even a moment? It is an insult.
They're off and running already? They're almost done. I think I bet Colmar again and he's dead last again. You suck, Colmar. Well, there's a shocker. Colmar lost. Okay, then.
I am at your service.
Soaring bird kite, flower kite, summer comet. Just want the fish kite. Why is that so hard? Mrs. Mustafa has gained consciousness and wants me to scratch her back. Did you want to say hi to everybody, sweetie?
I already did.
Okay.
Hello there.
Boom, crystal. It's very exciting. Aurora Ember says hello, Mrs. Mustafa.
Hello. Is it warm in here?
Yes. Although it could just be because you're checking me out in my sexy new gaming chair. Might have you overstimulated. Seemed plausible to me, but she seemed skeptical, so not sure what to do with that. That was quite the barracuda.
The Morgul host must be defeated.
We should defeat the Morgul host sometime. It'd be exciting. A little bit of rep. I did manage to crash the 32-bit client last night. I was hopping around on Galandriel pretty well doing all the Summer Festival stuff. I actually switched over to Nemone for a little bit. And I finally went to enough locations that the client pooped out. It happens. Let's see. I will need the reading glasses for this. Well, he is a fellow Lotro streamer and a fellow Rocket League player. Let's go say hi to Uger. I'm going to call it a night. I really appreciate everybody here. Is the 64-bit not on everything? 64-bit client crashes a little bit. It's kind of still in beta status. It's good. It has been behaving much better since I had to have my computer wiped and done again. So, anyway, say hi to Epic Uger. We're going to go raid him. And thanks for hanging out. I had a good time tonight. I know festival's not always the most exciting thing, but heck, most of the fun is just chatting and talking to you guys and seeing what you're up to. So have a great weekend, and hopefully I'll get a chance to see most or all of you tomorrow, Sunday, Tuesday, whenever you get a chance to watch again. Thanks for coming by. Have a great night and say hi to Uger.
You're supposed to heal.